Hello, I'm Jawad. I'm Exec Medical Director at Eastlanks. This is my update. Just like previous times, a very brief update on COVID. Whilst COVID is becoming more of an endemic rather than a pandemic, in healthcare sector, we are seeing the ever pressures due to patients being admitted with COVID, whether it's incidental or whether they present as a result of COVID. And as I've mentioned many a times in the past, teams are really working very hard to deal with not what is coming through as increased pressure on the unscheduled care, but also all our efforts in getting the recovery going, help dealing with the backlog and the long waiters. Most of you probably have gone on some form of a break now that it's Easter. Schools have broken for half term. You'll see less traffic on the roads, but we are seeing the same amount of traffic into the hospital. That is resulting in quite a bit of pressure on our front door. Teams are working really hard in ensuring that patients are dealt in a timely manner, and once the treatment has been instituted and completed, they are moved into a place of safety, which could be their home, which could be intermediate care beds. And that brings that element of home for Easter. Now, I'm sure every individual would like to be home, and especially when they have had completed their treatment in the hospital. Hospitals are absolutely the right place when a patient requires it, but any longer delay does have a detrimental effect on their well-being, whether it's physical or mental. So please work with our teams. Don't get upset if the ward teams do ask you to prepare for your loved one to be discharged home, because that gives you a sense of and a heads up of when a particular patient would be ready to go home. So work with them in the sense of deciding whether the appropriate place for the patient is going to be home or an intermediate care bed, or a place where they need to recuperate from their illness. Hence our motto of why not home and why not today. And we are working with all the partners in the community to ensure that timely discharge happens for all group of patients. Now, the other thing about Easter is that in the holiday season, there is a slight tendency, there are increased injuries because people are up and about outside. So just be careful, look after yourself. Ensure that if you unfortunately do sustain a minor injury, then you have the right contact details. It depends. You can ring up 111. Your local pharmacies may attend to it. You may just need a decent first aid kit. So just get yourself prepared for this period. And if you again have to attend a hospital, please ensure that you're attending for the right reasons. As I said, there is huge pressures on our accident and emergency and urgent care centers, and as a consequence, there are many a times very long waits to be seen. Finally, it is the second week of Ramadan. A number of our Muslim colleagues are fasting. And we had an initiative last week of, I'm not a Muslim, but I will fast for a day. That was a great success. A number of colleagues did that, and we thank you for participation of the non-Muslim colleagues in fasting for the day and going through the experience of what fasting brings to an individual. Again, on our SharePoint, we have got clear guidance to the line managers of how they should be considerate to our Muslim colleagues who are fasting for a good number of hours each day. As you know, it is from dawn to dusk, and the number of hours could be daunting for people who are working on the front line. So with that, I wish you a very happy and a peaceful Easter. The next update will be in a couple of weeks' time. Look after yourself and your loved ones. Bye for now.